Good afternoon, Montana Educational Talent Search students and the rest of Montana as well. We're glad you're here. This is our week to explore campuses both in the state of Montana and out of the state of Montana. Normally, we would be doing this in person. We would be on a bus, traveling to campuses to see what they have to offer to students. But because of COVID-19, we get to do it virtually, so we get to travel to some cool places both in Montana and out of Montana. And so today we have Great Falls College with us. And so I'm gonna let our guests introduce themselves.
Hi everybody, my name is Laramie. I am the enrollment specialist here at Great Falls College MSU. I work down in the admissions office, but I have very good knowledge in financial aid and other areas, and I am always here and available to help not only with Great Falls College, but any other of the Montana University System schools that you may have questions or concerns about.
Hi, my name's Gary Trochi. I'm Student Body Vice President here at Great Falls College MSU. I'm also work study and student engagement, so I get hands-on experience on helping the staff and helping the students in events.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us today. So today we're going to be talking about Great Falls College and what they have to offer our students. So Laramie, can you tell us what makes Great Falls College stand out for prospective students?
Absolutely. So there's several things that make Great Falls College MSU special. We're a small school, so our student population is about 1,200 students, and we only have 2 buildings on campus. Our student to faculty ratio is about 12-1, so our students get to know their classmates and have plenty of one-on-one time with their faculty as well. We also offer a variety of resources for our students, including free tutoring in all of our core subjects. We've got a disability services department, we make testing accommodations, and even paper pre-reviews. So if you write a paper, you can send it into the Academic Success Center and they can check it for some of those grammatical and spelling errors before you actually turn it in. And the thing that stands out the most here on our campus is the people. Our staff, faculty, and administration are all super easily accessible and willing to help. So we pride ourselves on being not only student-centered, but doing anything that we can to help make our students successful.
That's awesome. Sounds like a great place to make some good friendships and relationships too.
Hopefully.
Yeah. What are your most popular conferred health occupation degrees at Great Falls College? Our focus for this campus exploration is those health science degrees. So curious to know what Great Falls College offers.
Absolutely. So we offer 4 computer degrees, 3 trades degrees, and 10 health science programs. And those are available on our campus, with several being available by distance learning as well. So our 1-year LPN and dental assisting certificate programs are both offered as hybrid options, which means that students can do their classes and clinicals wherever it is that they are, and then just make a couple of trips to campus to do their in-person labs. So that opens that up to people across the state. They just have to make a couple trips to Great Falls.
Yeah.
Our Surge Tech program has partnered with both City College in Billings and Gallatin College in Bozeman to offer students the opportunity to complete their Surge Tech degree in both of those locations. Our health information coding and health information technology programs are both available completely online. And then, of course, we are the only dental hygiene program in the state of Montana, and we are currently working on an expansion. So we will be upping our intake for dental hygiene students in 2021 to 25 from the 18 that we currently have in our brand new dental suite.
Yes, I know you guys have been under construction getting it all ready. That's exciting.
Yes, very exciting.
Very cool. Tell us a little bit about what job placement for your students is like after that first year from earning their degree.
Yeah, so this was a hard question to answer because it very much depends on the program,
right,
and on the student's location requirements. So if a student wants to stay in, say, Browning, if they're from Browning and they want to stay in Browning, the placement is a little bit harder for, say, a Surge Tech because they don't have a whole lot of surgical programs there. So it's a hard question to answer, but generally we see over a 90% placement in the first year of graduation.
That's awesome. Good to know, right?
Absolutely. You want to have a job if you're going to get education.
Right. Got to make sure you have a job after college.
Yep.
What kind of supports do you guys have for first generation college students? Most of the students in our program, they will be the first in their families to go to college. So,
which is awesome. And
yes,
I strongly encourage everyone to at least get an associate's degree or certificate at least.
Yeah.
So our campus offers full-time advising, which means that your advisor is available to help you with not only scheduling classes, but also any hurdles that you may encounter or questions that you may have, which is a little different than faculty advising that you may find on some of the larger campuses. So faculty advising means that you've got an instructor that is also helping you schedule your classes. Whereas full-time advising that's all our advisors do is advise. So they are there to help our students. So that's one of the benefits that first-gen students can find here.
Yeah.
We also offer opening day, which is the Saturday before classes start, to give students that chance to get comfortable with being on campus before classes actually start. We host EAT Day, which stands for Essential Action Tools. So on that day, we actually invite all of our community partners in to campus to inform students about the benefits that they may be eligible through those outside partnerships. So the Department of Labor and Industry has a Pathways program that helps single parents pay for different things. So we invite those outside entities come in so students can see what opportunities they have available rather than having to go out and try and find them on their own. Yeah, and that's all just in the first month of school. So we also offer a variety of events and activities throughout the rest of the year that help students be successful as well.
That's pretty awesome. Sounds like you guys have some really good things in place for first-gen students.
We try.
So for our first-gen students, they may not know who they need to get in touch with on campus. Who do you recommend that first-generation college students make sure they know at Great Falls College?
Me.
Gary's
like, yep, she's the girl.
Definitely her.
Student Central. So here at Great Falls College, we have an area called Student Central, and that's where we have admissions, records, registrar, financial aid, student accounts, and all of our advising. So we have everybody sort of in one general area. So you want to know where Student Central is. But really, your advisor is going to be the one person that you for sure want to know. They're going to help you find those different directions. And the other thing is you want to get to know our student government. So I know Gary will probably touch on this a little bit later, but we have a very active student government on our campus. And if you want to know what's happening or what benefits you could get or things that you could find, like knowing the student government and being active with them is going to be the very best opportunity that you have to learn new things and get to know new people and stay on top of what's happening on campus.
Very cool. Good to know. So 8 out of our 9 school districts that we serve are on or near Native American reservations. So how do you support Native American students on your campus?
So lots of ways, and I'm sure Gary will touch on this a little bit as well. But we have a very active Native American student group here on campus, and they have several events throughout the year that help to build that Native American community with not only Native American students, but with all of our students, sort of bridging that gap and create awareness here on our campus. We're home to our Native American Enrichment Center, and they host weekly events. Last year, they had Super Wednesdays, spelled O-U-P-E-R.
Right.
They provided soup and then a workshop for people to, apologize.
Yeah.
A workshop designed to increase student success, build community, and help strengthen those bonds here on campus. So it's just cool.
Yeah, sounds pretty awesome. What about financial aid? So what financial supports are available for your students on campus?
Sure. So, of course, we have the standard FAFSA grants and loans that are available, which, by the way, a full Pell Grant completely covers the cost of a full-time student's tuition here at Great Falls College. We also offer several We also offer several scholarship opportunities, from our general scholarship to our Night Out for Science STEM scholarships. And we have several tuition waivers, including the Native American tuition waiver here available on our campus. But outside of tuition, because I know financial aid covers tuition. So you've got scholarships, you've got grants, you've got loans. It's pretty standard across the board for most people. Outside of that, we also understand that there are some financial barriers that outside of school that our students can be affected by. So because of that, our student government has the Odds and Ends pantry here on campus, where students can access like general hygiene items and get up to 50 pounds of food a month, including milk, fresh produce, frozen meats, canned goods, all of that good sort of stuff, to make sure that outside of school they're eating and healthy and getting the things that they need.
Right.
And then we also work with Bright Beginnings Daycare that offers, and we offer a childcare scholarship for all of our students that are using their services. So for those that have that barrier of children, that shouldn't stop them from going to school. So we help work with that as well, besides just the tuition costs.
That's pretty awesome. And, you know, a lot of our students are non-traditional too sometimes. So, you know, they go and have kids and then they decide to go to college. So that's really good to know that these resources are available for them.
Absolutely.
So we're going to kind of switch gears and focus on like the student aspect. So Gary, what made you choose to attend Great Falls College?
Well, it was about 2 years ago I decided I wanted to become a nurse, and I was doing some research on all the colleges and how much they cost and where they're at, and I found price-wise this one to fit within my budget and location where I'm staying at, and the size of the campus was just relatively nice given I haven't been in school for about 10 years.
Right.
So I didn't want to be surrounded by a college the size of a small city, because that can be very intimidating.
Yeah, for sure. That's awesome. So what has been the biggest learning curve for you so far in attending college?
It's kind of the stigma of a non-traditional student,
Right.
that colleges are there for them as well as traditional students, and they have all the best resources in the world to help you succeed, and just getting over your own thought of like, well, they won't help me, they're going to help the younger
Right.
generation, and that's just not true. And that's been the biggest learning curve, is overcoming the stigmas.
That's really cool. What has been your favorite experience so far at Great Falls College?
Native American student group. We call ourselves NAGs, and there's so many resources and programs for Native Americans at this college. It's unlimited almost, and you find just a small group of people that are like-minded who are taking the same style of classes you are and have the same cultural background, and I thought that was really, really cool.
Yeah, sounds like you guys have built like a really great sense of community there.
Yeah, and that's mostly in part to Charlie Ingram. She's really put in the footwork to get us all together, so I want to give her a little hat tip, thank you.
Yeah, for sure. Any advice for high school students who want to come to Great Falls College?
Yeah, don't put it off. Just come here. They have the resources to help you, and we're all here to help one another. So you're going to find friends, you're going to find experiences, you're going to go out and you're going to meet staff and faculty who will literally become your friend by the end of the day, because we're all in this together.
That's pretty awesome. Any advice in general for kids going to college anywhere?
Yeah, come here. We're the cool college.
That's awesome. Well,
time management.
Right.
Good time management.
Right. That's what Carroll College said yesterday too. So I think that was across the board.
That's across the board. To be a successful student, you need to be able to manage your time. Huh, Gary?
Yes.
So to our viewers out there, if you have any questions, you can type them in and we'll post them up. Or if you're watching the retag, you can put #replay and put the questions in. And if we don't have the answers here at Talent Search, we will get in touch with Laramie and Gary and get those questions answered for you. Before we wrap up, Laramie and Gary, do you have anything else you want to add to student government, anything like that you might want to talk about?
I'd like to talk about the Veteran Center here on campus.
Yeah.
The student body president that's elected, he is a veteran, and so we work really close with the Veteran Center to make sure the men and women who protected us, we can help them as they're growing into a new chapter of their life. So we're always trying to do things with them and for them, and having a student body president as a representative from the Veteran Center is really cool.
That is cool.
Veteran Center is also open and available to not only our veterans, but their spouses and their dependents. So if your parent is a veteran, you're eligible to use the Veteran Center as well.
That's excellent. Good to know. Especially in Great Falls with the base being there. So yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Well, so we don't have any comments right now, but if we get any, we'll have them in the put #replay and we'll get those going. So thank you so much to both of you for joining us today, and to our Talent Search students, make sure you tune in tomorrow because we will be interviewing Washington State University. Thanks so much for joining us. Bye.
Thank you.